These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Christine Stanwood with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A major development in the election interference case against former President Donald Trump. A Georgia judge has dropped 6 counts from the 41-count indictment, including 3 against Trump. The order also dismisses 3 of the 13 counts against Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. The ruling, a potential blow to Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis, who is waiting a separate ruling from the judge to decide whether she'll remain on the case. We know that decision could come by the end of the week. 5 suspects accused in the Preston Lord case appearing in court today for their arraignment, all pleading not guilty. All 7 suspects have been indicted for first-degree murder and kidnapping in the beating death of the 16-year-old victim. The judge saying one suspect, William Owen Hines, refused transfer. His attorneys asking the judge to waive his presence, entering a not guilty plea on his behalf. Preston's family in the courtroom watching along with a group from the East Valley who have rallied around the family for the last 4 months.
I think we're nervous, sad. It's nice to see that the wheels of justice definitely to start to turn. It became very real, I think, for all of us when the arrest happened. And so it's another chapter of grief for all of us.
Tonight at 5, hear from the 2 suspects' attorneys as ABC15's Ashley Holden has more from inside and outside the courtroom. Ready for nuclear war. Russian President Vladimir Putin warning the West the country is capable and ready to use nuclear weapons if its sovereignty is put at stake. In a new interview on Russia's state TV, Putin said he hoped the U.S. would refrain from actions that could trigger a nuclear conflict. It comes as Ukraine launched a massive drone attack on Russian infrastructure overnight. The second night in a row, oil facilities have been hit. And in that interview, Putin also mentioned he'd be willing to negotiate with Ukraine, but implied that it would need to be on Russia's terms.
The yeas are 352, the nays are 65.
TikTok's time may soon be up. Today, the House passing the bill calling for TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to either sell the app in 6 months or get blocked in the United States. The bill now heads to the Senate, and if it passes there, it heads to the president to sign it into law. The president says if it passes, he will sign it. Passengers on Frontier Airlines can now have an option to have the middle seat next to them empty. Upfront Plus, the new upgraded seating option, starts at $49. It will provide extra legroom and a guaranteed empty middle seat. This promotion applies to flights departing starting April 10th, and upgrades will only be available through April 30th. Okay, now to your money. We've got some good news and bad news when it comes to inflation. Some prices at the grocery store are up while others are down. Consumer prices were up 3.2% from a year ago, slightly above what was expected. The main culprits here, keeping prices high. Gas rose almost 4%. Rent rose 0.4%. Clothing up 0.6%. Grocery prices overall were flat last month, but cereal and egg prices rose again, with eggs up nearly 6%.
If inflation is going down, that's great, but I have not seen any of my bills get cheaper. It does not feel like it's gotten better.
But with overall inflation ticking up slightly, don't expect the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates before summer.
With your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Well, rain chances start going up in the valley and across the state beginning Thursday and lasting through much of the weekend. In fact, here's your forecast hour by hour for tomorrow. Temperatures starting off in the lower 50s around 6 a.m., warming up to only the mid-60s by midday and staying below 70 degrees. So well below average temperatures anticipated, with a chance for scattered showers picking up throughout the afternoon. So here's a look at futurecasts. And hour by hour, it shows that chance for cloud cover and shower activity mainly across northern Arizona first. And then we see that chance of rain across central and northern Arizona through Thursday afternoon into the evening. Same for Friday, and similar conditions for the upcoming weekend, too. Highs will be cooler, only in the 30s in Flagstaff, 40s along the Mogollon Rim, and 50s in Payson, and 60s across the majority of the lower deserts, including the Valley of the Sun. Temperatures back to about 70 on Friday, a little warmer for the weekend, but highs still in the mid to upper 70s through early next week. Flagstaff, very promising snow chances for the next several days, with highs back in the 40s by Saturday.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.